Bionic Gloves presents the Hands-On Golf Podcast, bringing anatomy and hand function to the forefront of glove design to improve comfort, fit, and performance. Bionic is a division of Hilrich & Bradsby Company, makers of Louisville Slugger bats and ball gloves. Bionic gloves are the only gloves designed by a leading orthopedic hand surgeon, Dr. Jim Kleinert.
Welcome, everyone, to this edition of the Bionic Gloves Hands-On Golf Podcast. My name is Chaz Ra. I'm your host, and we're here on a beautiful sunny day at Crescent Hill Golf Course with none other than the man in black himself, Barry Bonifield, our PGA Pro here. So, Barry, you ready for this question?
Ready.
This one comes in from Jeff, and he says, any drills to stop my swing or sliding ahead of the ball through impact?
Jeff, great question. The swaying and sliding within the golf swing is a typical difficulty for all of us who play. And the ability to turn and pivot in the golf swing within certain confines is very, very important. I promise you'll have great clarity on that when we finish today.
Well, Jeff, of course, just for your participation and us using this email and this podcast, we're going to send you the official Bionic glove. So if you'd like to participate in this as well, it's really easy. Send us an email, podcast@bionicgloves.com, of course. Make sure you send us your name, full mailing address, a question, what size glove you wear and whether you're right or left-handed, and we use that question in the podcast. We'll send you one as well. And please leave your feedback on iTunes and YouTube, as we've been getting lots and lots of that, so please keep that going, and please keep any emails you want to send to us as well forwarding, keep them coming to us. Now, with all this being said, let's go join Barry on the course to see how we can resolve this week's issue in this Hands-On Golf podcast.
Okay, Jeff, here we are out on the Crescent Hill Golf Course. And we're going to talk today about how to not sway and or slide during the golf swing while we're trying to hit the golf shot. So first of all, what I want to do is I want to cover with you what actually is happening and perhaps why this happens to virtually all of us at one time or another. And I think once you have a sense of clarity on what it is and then what you're going to try to not do, I think it'll help you and you'll be able to start hitting the ball much better, okay? So with that said, let's take a look at what a sway and a slide is. When I sway, I want to think in terms of my two hips and the outside of my knees. And so here, the outside of my knees here, a sway and a slide is anything where I move to the outsides of these knees, okay? So one of the secrets to golf is being able to play within my knees and within my hips. My hips are going to pivot, and my knees I'm going to turn. I'm going to think in terms of the inner parts of my leg when I swing. So when I take my backswing back, I'm going to take it, and you're going to see this right leg. This right leg should not move this direction. I should move within my right leg, and it should look like this. And you can see this leg, I have pivoted into my right hip, into the inner portion of my right hip, but the outside part of my right leg has not moved. And this is very similar to so many other sports and so many athletic endeavors. If I want to be able to generate power through, I don't want to be on the outside of this knee, because then I would have two extra movements, one to the outside and then a recovery move before I could come forward. So I want to stay within my knee and within my hip. And so when I go back, and you can see I'm fully into my side here, but as I come down and through, I'm going to go into this one, and then this knee turns as well. And I'm inside this hip, and my hips are now pivoting and turning to my left, but I'm not sliding forward. So let me give you a drill that can help you. It's a little bit awkward at first, to be honest with you, but it deals with 3 golf balls. So here I have 3 golf balls on the ground, and all I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my right foot, as a right-handed player, on top of these 3 golf balls, okay? So I've got my shoe on top of these 3 golf balls, and I'm going to stand over the shot, and my goal when I take my backswing is to not move the 3 balls. There we go. And you can see I'm now staying to the inside part of that leg. When that backswing goes back, there we go. And I'm perfectly balanced here where I can turn and swing through and then finish my swing on balance. The key here is that both of these hips, this hip can go backwards, this hip can turn and go backwards. While my weight does get into this side, my weight does get into this side, but nothing comes this way. Everything is just turning within these hip lines, and at no time does my right leg go this way. I don't slide there. I stay inside the leg. And then when I swing through, my left leg will begin to straighten, and I'm going to pivot on top of that leg. That should give you an idea about the sliding and swaying in the golf swing. If you do this 3-ball drill, that will absolutely stop you from doing it on your backswing. You just want to feel that weight go right into your pivot point here and have this right leg not move. Okay? Jeff, work on that. That should help you quite a bit with your ball striking. Let me hit a shot for you just so you've got an idea what that should look like, okay? And what to watch for when I hit this shot really is just to see, make sure this right leg doesn't move, and then as I swing through, I'm going to swing and turn on top of that left leg. So here we go. I'm going to set up. I want to be real firm in that right side and then into a firm left side as I turn into each one. Here we go. If you look at that real close, my right leg didn't move at all. I just coiled around it, and then the same on the left knee as I came through. Jeff, for more information on this, be sure to see your local PGA Golf Pro, or just go to bionicgloves.com and check out the other podcasts, which all will help you very much. Thanks.